Here is Catherine of Sienna. She came from that beautiful city in Italy. She died in Rome, and in her mere 33 years, she lived quite a life. She came from a big family. She was urged to be married, but she resisted that. She sensed a call from God to stay single. She didn't join a convent of sisters, but she did become a Dominican, a lay Dominican, now called secular Dominicans. As such, she lived by herself, but was in great contact with people and was the recipient of visions, deep, intense experiences of prayer that gave her a lot of direction for how she should live her own life and how she should guide others. In the 14th century, when Catherine lived, there was great turmoil. There was a plague. There was war going on so much of that century. And there was disunity in the church, so much so, the Pope had moved his residence to Avignon. Catherine, strengthened by what she had heard from God, but always wanting to be guided by the authority of the church, walked a fine line between reprimand, strong advice on the one hand, and real respect for the leaders of the church on the other. She was not afraid to speak what she thought church leaders needed to hear, but it was always stemming from a heart full of love for God. In particular, Catherine of Sienna had a love for Christ and a love for the people whom Christ gathered into his church. This love for Christ involved very much what's symbolized in our window. Notice she's holding an orange, golden-colored cross. She had such a respect for the sufferings of Christ. And she knew that through suffering often comes growth, often comes new life, a chance to learn, a chance to be chastened a bit, humbled. Catherine's life was not easy, but it was a life so oriented toward service of others that the love of God just shone through her. And that's what saints in general are meant to do, to be people who so much let the light of Christ fill them that they can go out and fill others. Catherine of Sienna, pray for us. The memory of Lucy May Parkin is kept by this window, having been donated to Holy Names Lower Church.